Wait, there's something very weak coming through.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Hello, fellow Galactic listeners. I'm Aaron Julian, and this is WSTR Galactic Public Access, a Star Wars podcast. Welcome to episode 114. Today, we are talking about C2E2 and Star Wars Celebration. Joining me today, as always, Miss Heather Allred.
Celebration! Celebration!
We are boarding the hype train right now, and in the conductor's chair, Mr. Todd Hoffman.
Oh, I'm driving the train?
Yeah, well, you're shoveling the coal, so it's not exactly glamorous, but it keeps us going.
Yeah, well, I figure...
You're the hero we don't deserve.
Well, if we're doing Star Wars, then why do we have coal? We need...
I don't know.
We need coaxium.
Yeah, or it's like the maglev train on Ord Mantell.
Oh.
In Shadows of the Empire, my favorite level.
You always go back to Shadows, buddy, but that's
I know.
okay.
You can't
help it.
You can't take it out of me.
I know. I'm not going to take it out of you.
All right, we've got a fun, action-packed episode ahead of us, but before we get into it, let's pay some bills. You can check us out on social media, WSTR Media, all one word, all lowercase. You can email us at mailbox@wstrmedia.com. Leave us a voicemail at 630-557-WSTR. That's 630-557-9787. You can catch our entire back catalog of episodes over at podcast.wstrmedia.com. That's right, our life's work all at one website. And now you can subscribe to our YouTube channel to make sure you don't miss our next live episode because it is coming back. We don't know when, but it is coming
It was with
back.
such power, Aaron. It's coming back.
Listen, it's a tragedy, really.
It's a shame. It's a shame we're not live streaming because, like, every time we see Aaron, he's in a different room.
I know.
Heather's like going around her house, like, and we can't see it, but it's only to our benefit right now.
That's
so
right.
soon it will happen.
Yeah. So trust me, the rebels will find another base. We'll be able to launch our operations soon enough.
Right.
But in the meantime, we are adrift in the galaxy.
Yes.
Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. You can go and get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial over at www.audibletrial.com/WSTR. Why would you do such a thing? Well, let me tell you. You can get a free listen and 2 free Audible originals every month. That's right.
Every month?
Every month.
Oh my gosh.
You get a credit for a free audiobook of your choice and 2 Audible originals. That's right. Audible is pulling a Netflix, and they are manufacturing, collating their own original content. Audiobooks you can't get anywhere else. So you get 2 of those and a free standard audiobook every month. You get to keep forever. If you want to cancel the trial at any time for any reason, no questions asked, you could do so. Keep what you download. We get a little kickback. Everybody's happy. So head on over to Audible. Get over 425,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, for your Android, for your Kindle, for your MP3 player, for your Echo Dot. Anything you want, anywhere you are. Audible wants to bring great books to you in a way that fits you and your lifestyle. So, once again, to take advantage of this incredible opportunity, head on over to audibletrial.com/WSTR. Again, that's audibletrial.com/WSTR for your free audiobook and Audible originals. We are also brought to you by our merch store. Thanks to the fine folks over at teespring.com. Head on over to store.wstrmedia.com. It will take you right there. We've got mugs, stickers.
Yes.
We've got hoodies. We've got tank tops.
Yes.
We've got t-shirts.
Yes.
We've got women's cut t-shirts.
Hey!
Yes.
We've got leggings.
Yes.
We've got do we have sweatpants?
No. But
We do not have sweatpants.
But we have
We have
women. Yeah, we have socks. We have women
socks.
cut tank tops and we have women cut long sleeves. So just expanding it. And we also have kids shirts now.
Oh, we got kids shirts.
What?
Yeah.
Something for the whole family.
the
So the whole
younglings.
family. Yes.
So support your local homegrown, organic, free-range podcast and look good doing it.
That's right.
Over at store.wstrmedia.com.
Yeah, and wear it for celebration. We'll see you there. Boom.
We'll sign it.
Oh my gosh.
We will not go that far.
Okay.
We'll put it
Just
on.
putting it out there.
If you want to
I should really discuss these things before. This is all off the cuff.
Yeah.
So I kind of apologize.
No,
but
it's
not
okay.
really.
If you want us to sign it, that's fine. I rather just picture last longer. So
Oh,
but,
man.
Yep. All right. Our bills are paid.
Yes.
Heather.
Yes.
What have we got in the news coming up?
Yeah, so I've got some news teasers for you guys, and I'm getting worried that people are going to think I'm just one big tease. Ba-dum-bum-ching. Sorry, bad. I know, it's fine. It was
Get
bad.
off the
It was bad.
Well, it's the first dad joke, and it goes to you. Good job.
Hey, I got one. Okay,
That's
so
right. That's right.
all right, so here we go. Here's what I got
Okay.
for you guys. We have We Are Groot. It Is Time.
Mm-hmm.
Wakanda Forever. Spider-Man.
Okay.
Bash.
Yeah.
My Gloves.
So there's a little Marvel, then a little something other. Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
They're just teasers, Todd.
Okay.
But let's be honest, there's some Marvel in there because I said some major words that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
So, got a little something for
a
everyone.
little something
here.
for everybody. So, Todd, how has the world of Twitter been?
Oh, it's been ablaze. Let's move on to Twitter Trash Compactor.
Get in there, you big polio! I don't care what you smell! Get in there and don't worry about it!
Okay, so every week we run a poll on the old Twitter, and for Aaron's benefit and for the listeners that are not on social media, like Aaron,
Happy Lent, everybody.
happy Lent, everyone. So last week we talked about the Legends lore, Yuzan Vong, and so we basically asked, who is your favorite Yuzan Vong? And we had a couple choices, only 4. So Nam Anor, and he was like the first. He was deep into the Galactic Senate and was manipulating people. And then Tasa Vong. These are great names, by the way. You should name your kids these. Nanyim, she was like a big scientist, and Shimura, who's this like kind of overlord person. So, bunch of mouthfuls, but we got a tie.
Really?
Yes, Nam, Anor, and Shimura as of this recording. So there's still time to vote, but you won't hear this until it's after. So there you go. But every week we run a poll, so make sure you vote right away. And there you have it. Okay, Aaron, Heather,
Yes.
we're
Yes.
looking for spicy tweets.
Spicy tweets, you say?
Yes.
What did you find?
People are bashing Frank Oz.
No! You
If-
can't do that.
If
It's illegal.
yeah,
Shoot them or something.
is that legal? Okay.
Yes.
Little backstory. Here we go. On Twitter, a fan posted a still from his favorite scene in The Last Jedi, in which Yoda and Luke watched as the home of the sacred Jedi text burns. Others chimed in to express their annoyance at what they perceived to be a character inconsistencies. Here we go. You can't drop The Last Jedi, you know? This time, Oz, a famed puppeteer and actor, voiced his opinion on the matter, writing, I kind of pretty intimate knowledge of who Yoda is, and I don't feel it was out of character at all. End quote. All right.
That's all we got.
No.
Oh,
there's
the
more.
response. Here's the response.
Do tell.
Okay, here it is. Here's Twitter for you. This is coming from Bill. Blaze Jukowski. Bill.
Bill.
Okay, Bill.
All right, here you go, Bill. You never picked up on that. Yoda was trying to fool Luke in Empire Strikes Back? He was acting crazy and like a pest because he didn't want Luke to know who he was just yet. So yeah, in The Last Jedi, he was out of character by burning the Force tree especially. And that was when Frank Oz responded. And it just, everyone was ripping on Oz.
Oh, no.
So, yeah, it's just, you know. The Last Jedi is a sore subject for many people, but they even ripped on the old puppeteer. Yeah.
First, they came for the director, but I did nothing.
Yeah.
Then they came for the puppeteer,
Yeah.
but I said nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. So so this kind of, again, it divided. It's kind of like the Civil War. It's always like Civil War. One side, you have people like The Last Jedi, it stinks. And then other people are like, dude, this is Frank Oz. Like, he's taking the time to respond to this. And then people are like, you don't know what you're talking about. He only voiced and puppeted the character and probably had some insight with Ryan and Luke or Mark Hamill on like how they wanted the scene to go. But, you know, what do we know?
Absolutely nothing. Apparently.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Any thoughts about this?
Yeah, I mean, okay, let's quickly on your Civil War comment. I'm Team Cap all the way, not Team Iron Man, just for the record.
Wow. Okay.
Then
good to know.
I am super on Team Frank Oz. I don't think that this is an inconsistency in character. I think Yoda gets to do whatever he wants. And I know I've expressed this in previous episodes that I have zero problem with Yoda. Because when you watch Yoda teach Luke in the original trilogy, it's so off base. He's this weird little guy that you don't expect this amazing knowledge to come out of. Wisdom is his thing. This is what he does well. And I think what he did in Last Jedi was so on the same vein. He's teaching Luke once again an important lesson that it's not.
Yeah,
that's right, Albus. My cat literally just meowed at the same time, guys. That it's not about one specific place. It's not about a specific textbook. It is about the Force itself and the person who wields it. That's where it is. So I don't think it's out of line with the character at all. I think people just want to complain about something, and I think they just need to buy a puppy or something and move on with their lives.
People are so difficult to please, man.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So I think that scene is kind of a microcosm for the Star Wars fandom as a whole, in that arguably you could say that they're going in a bit of a new direction with Yoda. I see it as at any time Yoda gives to Luke exactly what Luke needs at that moment. And
Preach
so
it.
It at the beginning, you know, he needs to be taught not to take things at first value and like what he sees immediately, and instead to see beyond the immediately apparent and into the nature of the Force underneath and surrounding everything. And then later, Luke has spent who knows how many years kind of devoting his study to the old ways of the Jedi, when the Jedi Order is not what the galaxy needs at that point. It needs a hero. It needs Luke. And so Yoda's giving him what he needs, in that he's telling him the answer's not in the past and the ancient texts and what they say, but rather you need to decide how to use the Force for yourself in the future. And I think that's almost Yoda speaking to the fan base and saying that the answer's not in holding on to the past, whatever that is, but being willing to accept change and move into something new in the future. Now, whether you agree with that or not, that's a whole different story. but I take issue with the fact when people say that's not a valid interpretation of Yoda as a character, or that's not a valid path for them to go down. Same argument for people who disagree with how Luke ended up. It's like, maybe he didn't end up the way you wanted him to, but people are complex things. Characters are complex things, and they can go down, they have choices to make, their own free will, and they can go down different paths, and different results happen as a consequence. And so maybe you wanted Luke to go down a certain path, but Rian Johnson or whoever else helped write Luke and the interpretation we saw him, that's Luke going down a different path. And you're perfectly fine to disagree with that path, but you can't deny the possibility for those diverging paths to even exist in the first place, which I think is what a lot of this outrage is about. So, yeah, have your disagreements, but don't deny the possibility, is how I'd sum it up.
I really have nothing else to add because that was well said.
Yes.
I want to just echo that Yoda is teaching Luke exactly what he needs to hear at that point. He did it in Empire when he's like, you can't be looking at the stars. A Jedi doesn't crave excitement. And like you said, Aaron, he's so stuck in the past and he's stuck on his failures. That's exactly what Yoda uses in The Last Jedi, and saying you can't worry about your failures. In fact, your failures teach you something, and you have to use that to help Rey and the future Jedi, order. And that's exactly what he does. And I don't see it's out of character or he's trying to trick Luke in Empire or The Last Jedi. So,
right.
Yeah. There you have it.
And cleansing breath.
Oh,
All
man.
right.
Are we on crate? Because there's salt everywhere.
Speak about salty. Wednesday, 3/12.
Yes.
was a very dark day for social media because Facebook and Instagram were down.
Really?
Down. And in fact,
I didn't notice.
Yeah. Well, I actually, in our little Facebook group that some posts were going out, and I was like, Aaron, did you do this? What kind of dark magic have you done?
Tried to blame me for that.
I'm trying to post the episode like, hey guys, this is what we talked about. And they weren't going through. And I was like, what's happening?
Mm-hmm.
Looked at my phone, shook it, and tried to get to a window.
Yep.
But
I held it up for signal.
Yeah. It rebooted, and nothing, it wasn't posting. I was so mad. Well, everyone else was too. And luckily, we had Twitter. So everyone was on Twitter either laughing or saying, what's going on with Facebook and Instagram?
Or yelling at Frank Oz.
Right, exactly. But the best little GIF or meme is what I saw on Twitter was when they're like, meanwhile, back at Facebook headquarters, they show the scene of Solo where all the droids are amok and just bashing on everything. And once again, I love social media. So yeah. So Wednesday 3/12 was a black day for
the blackout.
Yeah. Well, everyone looked up at their phones and like, whoa, there's people. What's going on?
Yeah. Huh? Who?
Wait, I gotta talk to somebody.
I gotta talk to people.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, I guess I'll create a Twitter account because I can't,
Yeah.
So there you have it. That was a long-winded Twitter trash compactor. How about we move on to some happier times, some more, geek out times that we can celebrate. So let's move on to our main topic.
And now for our feature presentation.
Boy, it's a C2E2 celebration.
Right. So there's a lot going on. And in fact, C2E2 usually happens around this time, March and April, but they actually moved the date up a little bit because of celebration. So
There you go.
if you're not familiar with C2E2, which is literally from when this episode drops, it will be 2 days away. 2 days. So this is like right on the cusp. But it is the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo. So hashtag C2E2. And it is basically a fan convention dedicated to comics, pop culture, graphic novels, anime, manga, video games, toys, movies, and television. So,
All things nerd.
right, exactly. It was the first one was held April 16th through the 18th in 2010. So if I do my math right, it's the 10-year anniversary of C2E2. It's happening. Kind of. Right now. It's going to happen.
Is it?
Sure about that?
Yeah, I would
yeah,
double check
well-
your math.
Well,
First event was 2010.
yeah, well, they're saying the 10-year anniversary. I don't know. Maybe their math is wrong, and I'm
Oh,
Oh.
someone miscounted. Or there's maybe like a, before it was known as C2E2, it was a little thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
smart.
last year
Anyway, last year.
it had 82,500 attendees at the 2018 show.
That's a lot of people.
And we were there. We were there.
That's not wrong. There's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
good
it
times.
was a lot of fun. So if you're not familiar with C2E2 is run by Repop. Okay, so Repop is like this huge organizer, and they do New York Comic Con, Emerald City Comic Con, which I was seeing. I like Funko Pops, and I was seeing all these Emerald City Comic Con. Like, what is this? And that's in Seattle, so it's actually a pretty good one. They also handle Star Wars Celebration.
Go figure.
Yeah. And then BookCon. What the heck is BookCon?
I know what BookCon is.
What is BookCon there, Heather?
It's basically, it's a location kind of very similar to a Comic-Con, but publishers and other book-related organizations come to it. And it's a great place for people to learn about upcoming books. But then they also have this like BookCon day, very similar to where you like imagine J.K. Rowling in the heyday of Harry Potter and like getting advanced copies or getting to meet that famous author or something like that. And it's very geared towards the young adult market.
Okay.
So
Wow.
it's basically
Right on.
Comic-Con, but books.
Oh,
Very, very niche audience.
It's a very niche audience, yes.
have you been to BookCon?
No, but the publishing house that I work for, we attended it last year and we'll be attending it again this year. So
It'd be awesome if you just like showed up in your, like Rennie fair.
what's up, guys?
This is BookCon.
This is the wrong con. Dang it.
Oh no. So yeah, they had a BookCon and then a little thing called PAX. So they know how to run a show, but yeah, so they've kind of bumped this up. Again, this is exclusively in Chicago as C2E2, and so now that they announced celebrations at Chicago, they had to move it up a little bit. So it's a little
Totally.
earlier this year, but it's 2 days away. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, any favorite memories from last year, Aaron?
Oh man, I think it was C2E2 when who's with me? We got lost and ended up like in a quote unquote secure area that we just kind of wandered into. But we played it cool and we just kind of left as if we were supposed to be there in the first place and
Totally.
no one said a word.
I think that was Dave with you, man.
Yeah, Dave was with me. Yeah, the past two times I've spent at least one day as Agent 47 Hitman. Not going to happen this year. I have not had the time to get everything together, unfortunately. But this is the first time that I'll have a camera. So
Oh, nice.
I'll be snapping some photos left, right, and center. So, yeah, there's always just an abundance of really cool cosplay there. And it's just like a lot of them are like crossover ideas. And it's like, oh, why didn't I think of that? People are seriously very skilled and dedicated at what they do there.
Right.
Lots of cool nerd crap to buy, and they got the Artists Alley, which has tons of different, mostly comic book artists, but artists of every stripe, just like working there, and you can talk to them or buy what they're selling, and it's just all in all a grand old fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And half my basement is because of C2E2.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man.
How about you, Heather?
Great. Yeah. So last year was my very first time at C2E2.
I don't understand that at all.
Well, listen, crowds freak me out. There's
Yeah.
too many people.
Yeah.
There's
82,500.
it's just a lot.
people.
But
Yeah.
no, it was a lot of fun. My friend Deb came with me, and I brought my camera. And I had only owned the camera for like a few weeks, so I had no idea what I was doing, but it was tons of fun. Yeah, I mean, I'll echo a lot of what Aaron said. I mean, you just see cosplay taken to really amazing levels, and I think you really get to see people who take something that they love and explore it, and it's fun to see people passionate about things. Other than, being mean to Frank Oz. And so yeah, cosplay was definitely probably one of my top list things. I also really loved hanging out with Todd when he was trooping and just helping him get fun photo ops with kids. It's anytime a kid reacts to any of the characters that are walking around, you truly see the joy in a child's eyes. And so that was really fun to witness with Todd in those moments and things like that. And then, Artist Alley is really cool. I saw a comic book that was created called Hero Cats, and it's literally about cats. So,
Oh my goodness.
It doesn't take a lot, people, to keep me happy and occupied.
Right.
So, but yeah, so it was a lot of fun. Again, and it was fun to see a variety of ages. I think that was a huge other piece of it. Was the blah 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 blah, the diversity of people that attended.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
yeah,
Cool.
Todd.
I've been every year. If it's not, I think what they're counting, I think they're counting 2010 as like 1. So I think that's where the 10 comes from. I don't know. It's on the website. It's the 10-year anniversary, but the math doesn't add up. I don't know. I don't know people, but I've been there every year. So it was cool because when it first started, if you're familiar with Chicago, it was in the old McCormick Place, which is it's the original and it's smaller. And just seeing it from an infancy and just like how the short floor was laid out, and it was very small, to now where it's like huge. It's kind of amazing. And it's my first place where I actually cosplayed too. So when I first got my armor for my Stormtrooper, I wasn't ready. But I basically put on a nice suit and then put on my Stormtrooper helmet, and I went around. And I was like, just a well-dressed Stormtrooper. What more do you need? I had gloves, my Stormtrooper gloves, and that's all you needed. So that was my first time, and that was really cool. And then the next year, I showed up as a Stormtrooper, and that was my it's like my first troop. It's like my troop anniversary, I guess. So
Your troop anniversary.
Troop anniversary.
High five, Heather.
So so that is going to be. It will be. This will be my 3rd year doing that, so it's going to be loads of fun. So unfortunately, because of Celebration, really only I think Aaron and I hopefully will be there on Friday to do a little trooping. So
with a little asterisk, because I might need to work, but
Stupid
adulting is horrible. But yeah, so
yes.
If again, this is exclusively in the Chicago area, so if you have the time to go to C2E2, definitely do it. And it's gonna be. I actually am kind of interested because we're gonna be there at McCormick Place for C2E2, and then guess what? In 22 days, that's 21 days plus 1, so that's 3 weeks and 1 day. Celebration will be back at McCormick Place.
Oh man, I can't take it.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. So it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to lay it out differently, I guess. Because it's literally at the same spot as C2E2, but now it's going to be all Star Wars, and yeah, it's too much. It's too much.
It's too much. Oh,
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. All right,
well,
so
here.
Go ahead, Heather. Ladies first.
I was going to say, here. This is what we can say about it. It is going to be super crazy and super fun. It's going to be different than C2E2 because everyone's there for the same purpose.
Right. Merchandising.
Merchandise.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
And that damn trailer that we're all just waiting for, people.
We need it. Right now.
We don't ask for a lot, people.
People, aka Lucasfilm.
Yes.
But
so
it is official. JJ's coming with the trailer. Well, I mean, he's coming.
Is it like in a briefcase that's like handcuffed to his wrist?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Stop it, Aaron!
Stop right now.
We can't
go on.
We have a podcast to do. We can't stop right now.
Okay.
Well, hopefully it won't be like what Price Waterhouse did to the Oscars and brought the wrong one, and
that would be awkward.
and here's the trailer. Oh, it's not the right one. It's just like JJ talking about the film and not the trailer or something,
Yep. Left the right one in the hotel room.
Yeah. So they have officially announced Friday JJ's coming.
Yep.
JJ's coming. And so that I literally think we're gonna get all three. We're gonna get the title.
Okay.
The trailer.
Yep. And
the poster in 5 minutes, basically. They're going to be like, here, JJ will come on the stage. Hey, guys, how you doing? Been working really hard on this. You want to see some footage? Everyone will scream. And then they'll be like, here's the title. And then there's a trailer. And then they're like, you're not leaving here yet, folks, because we got a free poster for you, for everyone that's there. And,
So my question then.
All that kind of stuff.
So my question, Todd, and to Aaron, I suppose.
Yes.
Are there going to be paramedics on site for all of the hyperventilating that will take place?
I don't know if there's enough in the city of Chicago.
Or this is what I'm saying. These are the things we need to take into consideration.
Lucasfilm is like, get every EMT down to McCourt Place and line them up.
And go.
I need a defibrillator over here, stat. I mean, it's funny, but it's not funny because it's for real, man. The hype's real.
Oh man.
Again, you guys have not been to Celebration.
No.
But
No,
I was way back in a galaxy far, far away called Indianapolis, Indiana, way back for Celebration 2 and 3. So that's the last time it's been to the Midwest, and that's the last time I've been. So I was blown away then, and now it's millions and millions of years ago.
Right.
I mean, the last one was 2005 I went to. So now, now if my math's right here, that was 14 years ago. So it's been a while, and I'm really excited to see it's all Star Wars. So it's going to be awesome. And there's so much.
So let's break this down, Todd.
Okay.
We have panels.
Yes.
We have actors, actresses, authors that'll be there for photo ops and autographs.
Right.
Famous folk of all stripes.
The famous folk, yes. We're going to have an artist alley. We're going to have merch.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have sleeping in lines. We're going to have
yes.
2-hour waits into the bathroom. We're going to have what else am I missing, Todd?
Meetups. All these
Meetups.
meetups, like fan meetups, afterwards and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's pretty much all that and bag of chips, Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's pretty much like a Comic-Con as you best described it, but it's just really all Star Wars, and so that makes it very unique. And the fact that it's getting so mainstream now, there's just a lot more exposure, and so you're going to see a lot more like news, and there's going to be this is more media centric than I'll throw down the local news. It could be more national and honestly international, because this is we're sacrificing ourselves going a little trek down to the city, but like people are coming from all over the world to be here. That's like another step,
It's crazy.
Absolutely.
It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, so let's start with Aaron. Aaron, what of all the news that you've heard so far, what are you most excited about?
For C2E2 and Celebration together.
Celebrate. We moved past C2E2 Celebration.
I know. Goodness. I mean, new trailer is always going to be exciting because people are going to be picking that thing apart for weeks. I'd be really interested in some of the panels that are going to be there.
Yeah.
Those are always pretty informative, and they tend to share a lot more details there too, besides just a trailer.
Yeah.
Like the world's going to see the trailer in like minutes after it actually goes live.
Yes.
Right,
yeah,
right.
exactly.
But
they won't see the panels.
the panels are where it's at.
Yeah.
That's where I don't know if they do questions anymore. Probably because there's way too many people.
No, they do. They do. I mean, it's similar to any Comic-Con panel where they say, "Hey, we'll line up," and then they try to get to a couple based on time allotted. So,
yeah. So that's probably going to be the most direct communication that we get from them ever. So, and then there's always the chance to get a photo op and rub shoulders with some of your heroes. So
right, exactly. All right, Heather, how about you?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I similar to what I loved about C2E2, I'm just super excited about the cosplay. Excited to see what people bring and choose to wear. I too am excited about a panel. I mean, I think sometimes you see them on YouTube from people recording on their phones or whatever, but it'll be fun to kind of experience that energy that's in the room of a panel. And then, I mean, I spent the money, but I'm excited I get to meet Alan Tudyk and get a photo op with him. So
there you go,
dude.
it was one of those
King Candy, K2SO, hey. I mean, he knows more on Ralph. I mean,
yeah.
the dude's he's all over the place.
So I just, it's one of those things like if you're gonna go do this, you may as well just go do it. So
right,
I think that'll be fun. And yeah, so I kind of the same as just having never been to something this large before about something like this, just to kind of see what the energy's about. And yeah.
Well, and when this episode drops, they still haven't produced a schedule yet, so hopefully soon we'll see some scheduling of what's actually going to happen, which makes it a little bit more real and tangible. Like, oh, on Saturday's this. I mean, so they've been dropping little panels. Like, we know there's going to be 3 panels about animation. We know Friday is the episode 9 thing. I honestly, I'm super jazzed about the Mandalorian. I want to be at that panel.
Yes.
I want to be at that panel. Like you said, Aaron, everyone's going to see episode 9. And obviously if we see it in person or on the overflow, it's still going to be awesome. We're still going to be kind of there, but I want to be at that panel for the Mandalorian. I want to be there. I just want it.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is too, well, not the funny thing is there's still more people coming. So when we talked last week, well, there was a bunch of Celebration news that dropped, but there's more now. Lies, deceptions. Saw Gerrera's going to be there. Forrest Whitaker, he's going to drop. He's coming. Kate Sackhoff, who's the legendary Mandalorian warrior from Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, Bo-Katan is going to be there. Bunch of droid builders are going to be there. They are Lee Towersey, I think, Josh Lee, Matt Denton. These are all people that did BB-8, R2-D2, and all that fun stuff. Hugh Korshari, and you're like, who's that guy? Captain freaking Panaka from Phantom Menace is going to be there.
Is that his full official name?
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's on his driver's license.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to be there. I just have a funny feeling that they're waiting to drop some of these A-listers till the very last minute and set them on fire, set the whole world on fire. I mean, I feel like Mark Hamill's got to be there. They haven't announced Mark. They haven't announced, I would be surprised if they could get Daisy Ridley for a day or something. I don't know. I mean, it just, there could be some more stars coming for that. So it's just going to be cool. So it's
I have a question.
Cool. That's all there is. Sure.
So
she's everyone.
I rose my hand.
Raising her hand. I appreciate this.
Oh, Heather.
She has such.
You don't need to
Aaron,
raise your hand
she
here.
have? Aaron, doesn't she have the greatest manners? She's like.
Yes, she does. But please,
Heather, you're so sweet. Go ahead with your hands raised.
Okay.
Go.
So, Todd, you've been talking about all these really cool people that are coming. You've learned about some other panels and animation. I've never been before. Technically, C2E2 would be considered my first Comic-Con. So, do I have to sign up for these panels? Or is this that whole, this is why you wait in line for 5 hours to hopefully get into the room?
Yes,
and
correct.
Then,
so, to answer your question, that is you have to, this is where people buy a pool inflatable and sleep on it because they want to get into the panel. So for those people that don't want to do that, like normal people that want to sleep, there's basically overflow into the main floor. And so you could see those panels, especially for I've already accepted episode 9, I don't want to wait in line for 15 hours to go see this.
right.
But there will be an overflow where everyone will see they didn't do this in the past. when I was at episode 3, when I was at Celebration 3, George Lucas was there. George was there. And he did like 3 or 4 half-hour like little things. So, they bring a crowd in, he did something, Q&A type thing. But they didn't show that. And I know in the most recent one, they've had an overflow where it's just on this main floor and they're showing what's happening in the live stage. So you get to see that. So we're not going to be left out. Obviously, it's a little bit more different when you're in the room. But I think what they've done now is like for these huge panels, they'll have it like played on the show floor so you can see what's going on. So,
without being into the armpit of the guy next to you.
Right.
Exactly. But one of the things like when they did The Last Jedi and people are sleeping and waiting in line, Rian Johnson came out and handed pizzas to people and talked to people. So
crazy.
That's kind of like they kind of cue you wherever they're going to be. So I don't know how organized or disorganized it will be, but basically what you're supposed to do is grab kind of like a ticket or something, and then you get your spot because they're only going to allow so many spots for wherever these panels are going to be
Of
at.
course.
So
yeah,
that's kind of the chaos that will be once we kind of get there and figure out where, okay, I want to be at this panel. Then it's up to everyone to kind of figure out where that's at and where you have to get your little thing and then wait in line. So, yeah. Or,
okay.
Part of it too, and that this is kind of where I'm at too, is just like, I just want to experience everything and meet people and get to know people and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's going to be fun,
It's really what it's all about.
Yeah.
Just meeting people who this is a very important piece of culture to them.
Yeah.
And just sharing experiences and stories with each other.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And we want to meet you, listeners. So
Yes, please.
we have buttons. Well, you just have to, I don't know, incite, the whole Yuzhan Vong war to us. And we will say, oh, you deserve a button.
Yep.
We'll ask you questions like, in episode 43, Aaron stated which dad joke? Go.
Right. Exactly.
I don't even know if I can answer that one.
I know.
Right. The show creators can't even answer that. So, that sounds good. Yeah, that's great. That's great. So yeah, there's going to be, there's going to be so much to absorb. And I feel like, and even for me, since it's been such a long time, the only one I want to be at is Mandalorian. I really want to be there for that. But other than that, I really don't have too many things like kind of planned. I just want to absorb it all. And really the only other thing for me from a 501st perspective, I want to be at the Stormtrooper pick. I have to be there. That's like a must. Mm-hmm. And then I'm fine. That's my two things I want to get out of that. Two.
For sure.
2 small things, so but yeah. It's going to be crazy.
I feel like those may be accomplishable, Todd.
Yeah, exactly. Well, 21 days or 22 22 days. Don't worry, we will be breaking down Celebration and everything that's happened once it happens, but there's still a little bit more time for some news to drop about this. So, but literally 3 weeks away. That is insane.
Okay.
All right, shall we move on to the news of the week?
And now, the Star Wars News of the Week.
From Deadline, Disney reinstates director James Gunn for Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
We did it.
We are Groot.
We did it.
So, redemption and second chances have long been the superhero movie staples. And today we are having life imitate art. We've learned that Disney has reinstated James Gunn as the writer-director of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And it's been confirmed with both Marvel and the Gunn camp.
The Gunster.
Gunster
is awkward. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not awkward.
So, James Gunn was fired last July, but the decision to rehire has taken place. It was mulled over, apparently happened months ago, following conversations with the Disney leadership with and the team at Marvel. The question at hand is, why the change of heart? After the firing, Walt Disney Studios chairman
Disney shouldn't. I'm sorry. I was just going to say Disney shouldn't trust trolls.
I know. So apparently the chairman, Alan Horn, met with Gunn on multiple occasions to discuss the situation, persuaded by the public apology and handling the situation afterwards. They went ahead and reinstated him. Gentlemen, we discussed this on episode 81 about the firing. How are you now feeling about the reinstating of James Gunn?
Dreams do come true. I don't want to get too political about it. However, I think with how divisive times are at the moment, it's whether you want to call it takedown culture or whatever. One of the main problems we see is that there doesn't seem to be a road to redemption for a lot of people. It's you make one false move and you're just there's almost like an angry mob that just wants to take you down for good and like wipe you from history. And maybe there are some people out there who deserve that kind of treatment, but there's never any possibility of redemption, especially for stuff that happened like years and years ago. We tend to judge people and file them into a box and move on, while forgetting that people change over time, and forgiveness and redemption is possible. And so I would say that Disney shouldn't have fired James Gunn in the first place, but it warms the cockles of my heart to know that there is the possibility for a good outcome after all. So I think it also meant a lot that a ton of the cast and crew also threw their hat into the ring after this happened and were like, yo, what are you doing, Disney? We want him back because the guy we know is not the same guy who made those tweets years ago. So I don't know. That's all I have to say about that.
Excellent. Todd, do you have anything you want to add?
Yeah, I retweeted this when it came out from our account, and I just said, grace is a wonderful thing. Because, like Aaron said, that was a long time ago, and some troll brought it up, and Disney reacted. And I understand somewhat why they did, but actors basically said, I don't want to do this, but they're contractually obligated to do it. And they were very vocal, and the fans were very vocal, and it's just like they came back and said, well, we're still using a script, but he's not directing it. And it's just like, that doesn't make any sense. And there's so much momentum in this space in Marvel. It just seemed like a bad ploy. And so I think Disney Marvel lined up and they've, worked it out, and now Gunn's back on. And it's delayed the project. So now they have to kind of fit that back in, and he's going to do Suicide Squad 2. So I don't know how they're all going to make that work, but they are going to make it work. And I think it's a great thing. So I'm happy that they went this route. Redemption's great. We love redemption in the movies. But for some reason in social media, like Aaron said, we just want to bury people. So.
Okay, then.
And that's that.
Well, from one Marvel story to another, Aaron, is there anything you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, so just a couple of days prior, we got a I don't know, little video clip or something. It's the Avengers Endgame trailer. Here we go.
God, seems like 1,000 years ago. I fought my way out of that cave, became Iron Man. Realized I loved you. I know I said no more surprises, but I was really hoping to pull off one last one.
The world has changed. None of us can go back. All we can do is our best. And sometimes the best that we can do is to start over.
I saw all these people die. I keep telling everybody they should move on. Some do, but not us.
Even if there's a small chance, we owe this to everyone who's not in this room to try.
We will. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. I like this one.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. Oh man, 56,
All right.
50, almost 57 million views on that trailer.
Wow. Okay, let's unpack this Christmas gift, shall we?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, notably absent, the purple dude himself, Thanos. Where he at?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's Grimace at?
Yeah. Thanos no show. He's a no show.
Oh man.
Yeah. Rocket looks ready to rock.
Yeah. Yeah. He looks good. Obviously they show again, the beginning is both like Cap and Tony's little journey.
Yeah.
So you see, way back when, 11 years ago when they started this whole ride.
And let's just discuss how beautifully that was done with the black and white with the hints of red throughout.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That is eye candy right there.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's
Hawkeye killing it with the mohawk.
Oh yeah, he's got like that emo punk rock look going on.
It's like a 90s all over again, man.
Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah, that's cool.
They got some new super suits.
Yeah.
Looking like Star Trek up in here.
And okay, this is where we get to the time travel thing. Tony's there.
What?
Yeah.
In a Star Trek suit. So
I guess he makes it.
maybe. I don't know. Hard to say. But it seems like they made up because they're there together.
Friends forever. And they got Captain Marvel there.
Yeah.
She shows up at the end of the trailer.
Very end.
I think based on what we've seen, that's in the beginning of the film actually, and not later. So she's killing at the box office now, and she's in the movie as you know, we kind of figured it would happen, but
All proceeding to plan.
yeah, exactly. And then finally, Kate Bishop, who is kind of Hawkeye's apprentice, I guess. We see it could be his daughter, you know, doing the bullseye at the farm. So that might be another quote unquote Avenger. So
Also, we got Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, yeah, you know, and they show a very brief shot, or two brief shots of him. One, he's looking at all these missing posters.
Yep.
So I'm assuming he's coming back from the quantum realm and kind of figuring out like, why is everyone missing, and did I, you know, and
Did I do that?
well, and the sadness is like, is his family gone?
Yeah.
Oh,
And I love
they're going to be gone.
Yeah, I love his daughter and the ex-wife thing, and the you know, and the the you know, the new husband. I love that little dynamic. And,
Yeah, it's actually like a mature like relationship.
Yes,
I really enjoyed that about.
Yeah,
Ant-Man.
and if she, you know,
like
if,
the new dude isn't a scumbag,
right?
like
Yeah.
always is.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's pretty cool, and you know, and he's a cop too, so he understands kind of the protocols that Scott's kind of going through. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that, and it, like you said, it's mature. But the fact that he comes back and now is, you know, is Wasp gone too? Like, there's all this like other stuff that you don't realize.
So many
you know.
questions.
So many questions, but it's coming out April 26th, I believe. So it's coming up.
That's right after Celebration.
Oh my god! Celebration.
It's overload. We can't take it.
Celebration. Kind of regroup a little bit and go right into Avengers Endgame. So
Yeah. Do you think all the dusted people are going to come back? Or are they gone for good?
Heather, what do you think first?
Oh boy.
I don't know. I
Am
have
I
a lot
asking
of
the wrong question.
I have a lot of opinions. I mean, I think what's tricky is I would be shocked if they didn't come back. I think that would be a very bold move for Marvel. I think our superhero movies are supposed to be good defeating evil with a few casualties along the way, not half of the population. So my hope is that they come back. I hope that there's some type of resolve to that, or a portion of them come back or something. I don't know, but
you know
I don't know. I don't know now. Now that you've asked the question, now I'm all like, Aaron, what do you know that I don't know? Like
Anything is possible.
Right. Whatever it takes.
whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Or does everybody die?
No.
A la Rogue One? I mean, we've got, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, again, you have to go back to what we know from what Doctor Strange said, and just like there's only one permutation that works.
Yes.
And he says it in the movie. We're in the end game now, Tony. And I just feel like Tony's going to figure out a way to do it and get the band back together and make that one permutation work, whatever that is, you know? So there might be still sacrifices. I think we're going to see some people, because again, the Avengers always, in the comics, the Avengers always evolve.
Right.
So I feel like this is evolution, and I feel like there are going to still be some casualties, but I do feel like to Aaron's point, like the dusty people are going to come back, they're going to figure it out, and then there's still going to be some casualties taking out the purple dude. So
my one request,
okay,
even though the film's already made,
yes,
is can Chris Evans please not die, but instead just hang up the Captain America suit and walk away? That's like my only...
And live forever in our hearts.
And live forever and ever in my heart. That's all I've ever asked for.
If either one of them die, either Tony or Captain America, there's not going to be a dry eye in the bill.
No.
Again, they framed
Who's
it
in
so...
the casket?
Who's in the casket? Who's in the casket? Yeah, exactly.
Then I'm going to have to
think
stand up
Tony's in the
during the
casket.
podcast. Oh. No,
So-
I'm calling it now.
from the trailer.
Yeah.
That was Peggy.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because that was a flashback.
Tony's not in the casket.
Don't worry, yeah.
He's going to be in a different
Well,
casket.
but then I realized they show Cap reaching down in Wakanda. He's looking at Bucky, or what's not there of Bucky, and I'm just
Right.
left of him. Yeah.
dude, I can't handle it. I can't handle it.
All right.
So
let's wrap this up, shall we?
Yeah, sorry.
So, also what happened in Marvel, this is our Marvel news of the week. They had a poster, but there was a faux pas. They dropped the poster right after the movie, and they forgot Diana Guerrera, who plays Dora, and she's the general of Oki on Black Panther, and she's on the poster, but I forgot their name.
Oops.
Oh, thank goodness for social media. They cried. They let everybody know, and Marvel's like, "Oh, whoops,
whoopsie,"
Yep.
and they
Someone
fixed
got
it.
fired.
Yeah, somebody fixed it. Put her name on it because again, she's on the poster. She's on the poster.
Just no name.
And she's the only one that doesn't have a name. Not really a good thing. So they dropped her name in before Bradley Cooper and Josh Brolin, who plays the purple dude Grimace, Thanos. And
Who must not be named.
right. And basically they tweeted it out again and said she should have been up there all this time. So save face. That's good.
Whew.
Okay.
All right.
Heather.
Let's get back to some Star Wars news.
Oh, okay.
Please.
Since we are a Star Wars podcast. So everyone just be prepared to feel the little legs crawling all over your body because researchers have named 4 of the 6 newly found bald-legged spiders in Colombia, and they have named
What's their
named
Latin name? What's the Latin name?
They have been named Stormtropis, and they are clone-like spiders because of their identical appearance and ability to camouflage. So there are now Stormtrooper spiders, so everyone should be prepared for Snow Trooper spiders and Sand Trooper spiders and Clone Troop. I mean,
Yeah.
the possibilities are endless.
You know, Star Wars has become a pop culture phenomenon when now scientists are naming spiders after stormtroopers.
So,
Yeah, that's a win.
It's not the first time for something like that to happen. I think
No.
there's like a chemical or molecule or something
Really?
named after Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh,
genius.
Goodness, I can't find it. But it's
Oh.
there. I know it is.
Internet, don't fail.
Okay,
him.
here we go. The SHH gene provides instructions for making a protein called Sonic Hedgehog. This protein is important for development of the brain and spinal cord, central nervous system, eyes, limbs, many other parts of the body. Sonic Hedgehog is necessary for the development of the front part of the brain.
Fantastic.
Why is it called this?
Please.
Because 2 previous gene family members had been named Indian and Desert Hedgehog based on the way fruit flies looked when these genes were mutated. What? Okay. I'm sure it makes sense to somebody.
Science.
I don't get it.
Science most foul. Okay.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh.
So-
Well, we got spiders now. That's great.
Yeah.
Moving swiftly on.
All right. So
Todd,
again, yeah.
you got
so
something for us?
we've been plugging this for weeks. If you haven't signed up, please do. It's swbash.com. Canto Bite, a night at Canto Bites. All the cosplay of Star Wars are coming together. All the communities are coming together for one special night. It's a multi-club bash, and it's only at Celebration. So again, it's at the Museum of Science and Industry. You can pay for all this stuff just on your own, but now you pay for it and you get that and Star Wars and more, and cool poker chips and cool drinks like R2-D2. I mean, you can't go wrong. So if you want all the information, go check it out. It is going to be at swbash.com, and check out all that information and get your tickets now.
All right. With that, let's. We got one more.
We got one more to wrap up.
One more to wrap up. So this is from Yahoo Sports. Why it's from
Makes
Yahoo
sense.
Sports,
We don't know.
cannot tell you. But they recently interviewed a gentleman named Daniel Mays, who's thankful that his Star Wars reshoot performance survived the editing process of Rogue One. So he was he was called in to be part of the reshoots, and he is the dude that Diego Luna, his character, assassinates at the beginning.
Yeah.
You know,
He can't climb the wall with his arm. He can't climb it.
Yeah, he can't climb. So Diego just kind of looks around and just drops him. Oh, it was so cool because that like immediately set the tone for the movie. Like, oh,
Yeah. It did.
It's true.
this is this is not your daddy's Star Wars. So, stormtroopers are in the scene.
Yeah.
Very cool kind of city, grimy underbelly type scene, and he's super thankful that that they kept it in. So
Yeah, and he's a fan of Star Wars, so that's even better. But it's interesting to know that he's part of the reshoot, so that means that whole bit wasn't even in the original cut.
well, good to know.
Yeah, there you go.
We are running short on time, so let's go to Canteener Chat.
All right. Shall I start us off, guys?
Please do.
Okay. Well, I am further into Queen's Shadow. So I'm really jazzed. It's super fun. I still got quite a bit to go, but it's been a very enjoyable read. I think Padme is gonna start creeping into favorite character lists soon, I think, based
There
on
you
this
go.
book. So that's kind of a huge win. So but sadly, that's kind of where my nerdiness stops this past week.
What happened?
That's okay. You're saving it up for C2E2 in celebration. I got you.
Gotta keep it together, people. Yeah, no, the problem is I had like 2 previous weeks that were like jam-packed full of juiciness. And I just can't live up to the same level of coolness anymore, but
Don't believe the hype.
I know. I did wear R2-D2 socks to work this week.
There you go.
Plus.
For what that's worth.
You have more than shown contrition for your sins. So you are now forgiven.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
But that's what I have. But yeah, just prepping for the big stuff coming up.
There you go.
Yeah. Have you picked out your outfits? Because you're working on some outfits, right?
So I'm working on some stuff. I'm actually getting together with some friends tomorrow to sew some of the things I'm hoping to make.
Dude,
boy.
it's amazing.
And then I got paid on Friday, so I will be able to order our newly branded product at store.wstrmedia.com to get me some new merch so I can be sure to rock the podcast. Yeah, so it's all kind of coming together. The goal is to be comfy. So it's going to be a lot of people and a lot of walking and
I need to tell
awkward
you
sitting
about
on
my day.
floors. So comfy, come bring it on, Aaron.
It's been such a weird day.
That's the
So
goal.
first of all, this past week I've been at home, spring break, taking a rest. I needed it badly.
Good.
But today I arrived. This is Saturday when we record this. I arrived back to school because I had a work shift, and then I work next week, so I'm just staying here for the weekend. So I'd been up for like 24 hours at this point. I had an overnight shift, and then
Totally normal.
Then a morning shift. So I was quite sleepy. And during my morning shift, I was there's some downtime. I was working on my Star Wars RPG stuff, and I spilled coffee all over my players' character sheets. I'm like, no. So I've still not finished transcribing all of them to new sheets, but the only thing that was lost was my pride and some time. But it gets weirder. Later, I was at the my work building, working on stuff and getting ready for the podcast, and I go over to the vending machine, and they have like this fig bar of some description in there. So I'm like, cool, I'll get that. And it's like one of those debit card vending machines. So I swipe, make my selection, and it tried to charge me $45 million. It totally glitched out. Yeah. So obviously it didn't go through, but I'm expecting a strange phone call from my bank in the next few days.
Sir, you were at a vending machine.
What were you trying to buy?
Just wanted chips, dude.
Yeah. It comes with a ticket to a golden ticket to Willy Wonka's factory.
Oh, good.
And probably a deed to the whole place.
Right, exactly.
But
man.
yeah, that was just a strange day. I slept for like 3 hours and then got up, and that happened. And I'm like, and now I'm here. So
you're like, did I get $45 million Doritos or what?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's my day.
Wow.
No Star Wars RPG this week or next due to spring break, but
and spilling coffee on it.
And spilling coffee on everything, but nothing of value was lost. I'm able to transcribe everything over.
Good.
But yeah, that's my day. What about you, Todd?
Woo. Wow. None of that happened to me. This week I finished Queen's Shadow.
Woo.
It's a story, I'm just going to echo what Heather said. It's a story that I didn't think I needed, but now that I have it, I'm glad I do. And so the time period is obviously after she has left being queen and now going into that kind of senator realm. And it's just a fun book about the handmaidens and culture of Naboo and Coruscant and the senator kind of culture. And yeah, it's fun. It's a fun book, and we will review it as soon as Heather's done. So, but yeah, it was good. I finished that and watched some Rogue One today, so that was always good.
Wunderbar.
And that's pretty much it. I have purchased my new logo for WSTR Media, so I am also very excited for that. And
awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
All right.
We had a jam-packed episode, didn't we?
So much going on.
So much going on.
So much going on.
Heather, you want to tie a little bow on this?
Let me do it. So let's see. Yeah. Thanks again for listening to another episode of WSTR Galactic Public Access. Please check us out on our social media now that Facebook and Instagram is working.
Yes.
At WSTR Media, all lowercase, all one word. And we do want to hear from you. So comment or tweet. You can rate us on iTunes. You can also email us at mailbox@wstrmedia.com, or you can call us and leave us a voicemail at 630-557-WSTR, also 630-557-9787, and we'll listen to it, we'll respond to it, and we'll put it on an upcoming podcast. As mentioned
Unless
earlier,
it's like a Frank Oz tweet, then no.
Yeah.
Unless you're supporting him, then we'll play it. So
right, exactly.
Yeah. And you can check our full back catalog of episodes at podcast.wstrmedia.com. So if you want to hear us talk about James Gunn on episode 81 from our news, go to that website and you can find it and check it out. And yeah, if you're coming to Celebration or you want to support us so we can keep bringing you fun things like that, check out our store through Teespring, which the website store.wstrmedia.com, and you're going to be able to get all kinds of really cool gear with our new look and our new logo. And And that's all. That's all the business stuff. So next week, episode 115, I believe there's going to be a guest.
Wow.
I make no promises. I have no idea who it is. But I guarantee you it will be crazy. Because that's
right.
what we promise every week.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. We got to keep it real. Got to keep it real here.
Coolio.
And mysterious, like the Force.
So.
Exactly.
All right. Are you gentlemen ready?
I'm ready.
Then the drum roll. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Now, this is podcasting.
I don't know about you, but I'm ready to celebrate.
22
Whatever it takes.
days.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.